is
crazy.
Vinci, and he bought Bitcoin when it was $1.
Every single one of you buys $1 worth of Bitcoin. Just one freaking dollar.
If you had listened to this guy 10 years ago, this video right here with 10 years ago with 4.9 million views, if back then you listened to this guy, you would have been super rich. I'm on about like ridiculously rich. If I show you guys how this guy is living now, you're honestly going to be stunned. Okay, let's pause this right now. Let's mute this and then I'm gonna play it. But this guy back then, years ago, was saying buy Bitcoin, Bitcoin is gonna make you rich. Yes, I do understand back then Bitcoin was super difficult to get a hold of. Christians, not only Christians, just if you're a normal person, and you know what, you're like, I struggle with money and I want to increase my financial game. Like look, God didn't make the diamonds for Satan's people. He made the diamonds for his children. Do you understand? So we need to use the tools that we have available to us. Don't be so concerned about the game is rigged. Learn how to play the game. And this guy back then was literally saying and telling everybody, the whole world, buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to be the future. Digital money, all of this, it's not going anywhere. And what did people do? Nobody listened. People doubted, or what if it's fake? What if it's this? And now nearly everybody is regretting. I mean, this guy is living a phenomenal life. And if you don't know anything about Bitcoin, I'm going to be explaining to you guys a tiny bit. I'm not going to be diving into like the nitty gritty, as they say, but I'm going to be showing you guys more so of what is going on behind closed doors. This is the Bitcoin rainbow. Okay, this is the blockchaincenter.net. All right, this is the Bitcoin rainbow. Back then, 2014, as you guys can see here on my screen, the people who bought here, anytime you see purple, blue, or even green, those are the people who ended up making money. Okay, because when you buy when the market is super low, and then when it bumps up, it jumps high, you're going to win. And that's essentially what this guy done back then when Bitcoin was super cheap. It was at $1. If you're like, what is Bitcoin? What is the blockchain? What is all of these things, guys? After this video, dive in and do a crazy research, because you might be missing out on generational wealth that can literally change your whole life. Your whole lineage can change due to this, because most people out there are believing Bitcoin is going to hit $1 million per Bitcoin for one. So the title of this video, earn at least one Bitcoin if you can. You're doing yourself a favor, especially if you're someone like you don't really know what business to start. Like you're not really business orientated. Well, you might as well invest. I mean, as I said, the diamonds were for God's children. Our kingdom is in heaven, of course. I acknowledge that. But on earth, you're called a non-believer if you don't provide for your family. If you don't put in the work and provide for your family, you're worse. In fact, in the Bible, you're worse than a non-believer. So this goes out really to my Christians out there. And even if you're not a Christian, look, God wants success for you. He doesn't want you to remain broke. He doesn't want you to struggle. What kind of father wants the worst for their child to be poor? If a human being on earth wants the best for their child, how about God? Do you understand? So get this out of your mind, especially Christians. It sounds materialistic. It sounds okay. So stop going to your work then. Quit your job today and just read the Bible for your entire life and don't work to provide for your family. No, I don't want to be materialistic. It's like, how are you materialistic when you're using the tools when you was supposed to be working the ground, as it says in Genesis? The ground was cursed due to the sin Adam and Eve done. And now as men, our punishment is we have to work the ground to be able to eat. And for women, Eve, we already know, like in regards to like giving birth is difficult and so forth due to her falling for all of this. So, as I said, if you bought Bitcoin back then, look at that price of Bitcoin, 14. Oh my days. This is insane, man. So that was back then anyways. We're not going to dwell too much in 2014. Back then, it went up, as you guys can see. Then it collapsed all the way back down and it found a new base. You can see 276. 2015. It surfaced low, like it was just rolling low from 15 to 16 to 17, super low. And then it took off again. If you bought back here, down here, you'll be rich right now. How crazy. because you would have owned more than one Bitcoin, especially if you was like, you know what, okay, I'm just gonna put 20k in there. 20k, $20,000, £20,000, shove it in there, boom. You, my friend, would have been laughing right now. Genuinely. I'm gonna show you guys, wait till the end of the video, I'm gonna show you guys how this guy who told us to buy Bitcoin 10 years ago, how this guy is living. This guy right here. You see this guy? This guy is living big. This guy is genuinely living big. I'm gonna show you guys near the end of the video. You're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. So, in 2018, oh gosh, there we go. If I click onto it, it's going to reopen. It should, there we go. In 2018, 17, 18, during to 2019, this was all when, you know, when everyone was being forced to sort of receive that, remember? You get what I mean, right? During that moment, if at any moment, at any period you purchased Bitcoin back then, to be honest with you, you would have been good. Maybe not here, because right now it's there, it was at its peak, okay? 12k per Bitcoin. But even if you purchased back then at 12k per one Bitcoin, you'll still be laughing right now, because your 12 grand investment will be worth about 52k British pounds, or right now currently Bitcoin price, or dollars wise $68,000 from a $12,000 investment. Guys, Christians, non-Christians, wake up. There is finance, there's money on the line, and you are missing it. Get yourself at least one Bitcoin if you can. You won't regret it, okay? So we can see 2019, it tanks, and then boom, it goes back up. It goes back up to 12k, 12.3k, okay? Then it journeys all the way down at 2020. What is this? Is this real? Is this real right now? Bitcoin at 5k. Or 6k, should we say, $6.7. It seems fake. It genuinely doesn't seem real. And by the way, right now, it's cheaper than ever. It's better than ever. Like, for you to get access to Bitcoin, back then, 10 years ago, when this guy was saying buy Bitcoin, it was really difficult to get a hold of Bitcoin. When this guy was saying buy Bitcoin, it was very difficult. Okay? Da Vinci, Jeremy, it was super difficult. You can see he's still being consistent and posted 10 years ago and 515k subs now. He's still been posting and talking about Bitcoin. But if you see the way he's living, oh my days, this guy's living large. Living large. So it carries on, as I said, 2021. Guys, if you want to check this out for yourself, just go on the blockchaincenter.net or just type Bitcoin Rainbow. You're going to see it. Okay? So 2020, you can see the price right there at 11k. It surfaced up all the way in 2021 to 58k. All right. And then it drops a tiny bit to 31, back up. And now, surprisingly, look at where we are. Down in 2023, this was, I believe, yeah, round about close to pushing December, transitioning to 2024. You see this? This was a really low period. But can you notice, yeah, it's finding new base every single cycle. The Bitcoin cycle, this is, let's just say every 4 years-ish. It's finding a new base. And I'm making this video really for my entrepreneurs out there, for the Christians or for the non-Christians who are sick and tired. Look, you don't have to be a Christian to make money, but I'm sick and tired of Christians like acting like money doesn't matter. Like, it's false. It's a false narrative. People who rob houses are the people who are broke with no money. People who surprisingly help out the poor more are people with money. Don't you want to give to charity? Don't you want to donate to a good cause? Give to church rather than being stingy because you have so little, so you have to take care of your family first, and then if there's anything left over, you give out to the poor? Don't you want to have an abundance mindset? Is it just me? Like, what is going on? So get yourself an investment account. Get started with investing. Crypto.com is a good website and a place to start, app to start. But if you have a centralized or a decentralized wallet, all of this will make sense. Look, just if you guys want me to do a further video on this, on the wealth, Christian wealth, get my Christian people up there. then I'm gonna make the video happen. But if not, it's up to you guys, okay? But take it or leave it, all right? But when you see the way this guy's been living, whoo, yeah, he ain't playing games. He ain't playing games. Mama said there'll be days like this, there'll be days like this. Mama said it worked. Okay, so right now we're currently in the greenish, transitioning from the bluish to the greenish zone. These zones, as long as it's in the green, you're pretty much safe to buy. Don't buy in the red because it's pretty much its all-time high, and the likelihood of it crashing down, as you guys can see up here, goes way up. Hits the red, crashes back down to all the way to the blues and the purples and the greens. Cycles up again, crashes down. You can see the trend, you can see the cycle and so forth. So right now, Bitcoin just halved. That's why I'm making this video. Really, I was like, you know what? For my Christian folks who want to get the finance up, let's do this. Okay, let's get active. Now, it's in the good areas. Decent, as I said, it's not... Ooh, can you imagine when Bitcoin reaches 116k? Oh my days, people are going to be laughing in a good way. Or even because right now it's got the possibilities of reaching, oh my days, right now it's got the possibilities of reaching 239k, you know. It's possible. 500 grand for half a million if you have one Bitcoin. So meaning right now, if you buy a Bitcoin for, let's just say, most people I know, they might not have 58k lying about. That's why you should have been perspicacious enough to have spotted this earlier. You need to open yourself up to opportunities. But if you had purchased it back then for like 27, let's just say 25k, or here for 18k for one Bitcoin, you'll be laughing, because if it goes to 500 or to 400k, you are, my friend, you are laughing. You're laughing on your way to the bank. Okay, so I hope this has woken you up, because, you know, as now I'm about to show you guys how the way this guy is living. But I hope this has woken you up to like take action. At least do more research. Do me a favor. Do more research and invest and investigate and say to yourself, you know what? Maybe this guy Ronnie's onto something, you know. Maybe he's genuinely trying to like wake me up and help me out in regards to... So meet the guy. This is the way he's living now. He's living large. He's currently living in Dubai. This is another one of his good friend who's also now a multi-millionaire in regards to investing early in crypto and so forth and so forth. And here he's describing a tiny bit of his story, but we're more focused on like seeing his house, how he's living. Okay. Don't forget, he purchased Bitcoin at $1 when Bitcoin was $1, and he was warning everybody purchase it. He also tried to create digital currency back in the days, but however, it didn't work out. So, and then he realized that, wait, there's somebody out there who's already created Bitcoin. By the way, if you don't know, till today, nobody knows who created Bitcoin. It's anonymous, Satoshi Naka something, okay? That's just the alias, that's just the name behind it, but nobody knows, okay? So some people suspect is him that actually created Bitcoin, but you know, that's that anyways. So this is the way he's living. He's currently in Dubai. He drives all kinds of supercars. He's got a massive mansion, as you guys can see. He's just showing some of his wine collection. This is his studio, his YouTube room. This is where he shoots and makes a couple of YouTube videos, as you guys can see. He's giving a display, but he's living large due to taking action early. When you realize the potential that is here, and when everybody else realizes the same potential, it's already too late. It's already too late. So you want to jump in early on things when everyone's like, a bit skeptical. That's usually when it's good. When everybody knows it, when people's grandmothers are invested in crypto, or they're invested just in stocks and shares and all of this, it tends to be a bit too late. This is some of his gold coins to the moon. These are actual like gold. Actual gold. Some of his watch collections, as you guys can see. Let's see, look at that. Some of the gold, as he just showed. Some of his servers. So you guys can see this is some of his food supply. Like he's going in like this is food, like in case there was a, I don't know, some sort of a world war or something. He's able to survive for years, essentially, him and his family. So he's just one of those guys, okay? But I've just given you guys a quick scope. From the outside, the house is nice. Look, there's nice cars. That's Mo Vlogs himself right there. This is pretty much the outside of his apartment. Come on, man. That is huge. That is huge. All of this obtained due to jumping in early. Guys, I made this as a warning. If you guys enjoyed the financial Christian related content aspect of this channel, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know if you own some Bitcoins, if you want to get invested. If not, just talk to me in the comment section down below. I read through every single comment and I reply to them. So go ahead and do that. But guys, get started, man. God wants you to be successful. No father on earth ever wants to see their child suffer or their child to be in poverty. Our kingdom is in the kingdom of heaven. But guess what? Currently, we're living on earth, and your family needs to eat. Food needs to be put on the table. So it's up to you, my friend, to become financially successful. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, subscribe button, and check out that awesome video right there. Next, seek first the kingdom of God, and the rest will be easy. All right, cool. I don't know why I done that laugh, but it is what it is.